everybody, Jeffrey Benz right here. I'm always super excited to bring you a brand new video each new week. In case you're seeing my channel for the first time, do what to subscribe, turn on post notification, like, and comment whatsoever you think in this video right now. Go ahead and do that right now, because I also organize some giveaways most of the times. All right, so you want to make sure you are connecting with us if you're a forex trader or you're an aspiring forex trader. And I also have beginners courses that you could also learn from. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing an in-depth review of MYFOREXFUNDS. So this is going to be deep. You all agree with me that the previous website they have is a lot more confusing, because we never really knew what service they were actually offering, or even if we know that okay, they are actually offering the evaluation process, we don't really know the rules. You only sort of feel that there are some rules that they are keeping from us that they are not letting us know. Yeah, and they've corrected that in this their new website, and I'm super excited about that. So I'm going to be doing an in-depth review. So this video is going to be divided into 4 parts. So they have 3 funny program, which is accelerated, evaluation, and rapid. So this is going to be dedicated, this video part is going to be dedicated to these 3 parts, and the last part, the 4th part, is going to be about my conclusion, what I think about my forex fund and funny program in general. All right, so make sure you grab your favorite drink, sit back, and enjoy this video from the beginning till the end. Hit the like button if you like this video too. Let's head straight to business of today. All right, so on my forex fund page, it's really stunning. So you can see that right here, I'm signing as Jeffrey Benson, which is my name. All right, they have 3 stages. They have the accelerated, the evaluation, and the rapid. So I'm going to be going on with the accelerated first. So on this accelerated is more for the experienced traders. So for the accelerated, you get to pay almost 50% of the risk which you are allowed, and you're given an account. Let's say, for example, $50,000 account. You pay $2,450 US. Yes, that's why I say it's for full-time and for the experienced trader. So if you are sure that you can trade, instead of funding your account with $2,450, why not give it to my forex fund? They're going to give you a real account of $50,000 US, and of which you can you're only allowed to lose 5% on the conventional model. They have 2 models. They have conventional model and emphatic model. So on the conventional model, you're allowed to lose 5%, and the emphatic, you're allowed to lose 10%. Of course, the prices are different. For the emphatic, you get to pay $4,900. So for this purpose of this review, I'm going to be talking more of the conventional, where you pay $2,450. All right, just a head up into this video. In the description box, you notice that we have timestamps. So if you are a full-time trader, you want to focus on the accelerated, timestamp is there. You can just click on there and go right straight to the video. Or if you are for the evaluation, you prefer the evaluation model, you can click on the evaluation timestamp and take you directly to the evaluation review. And if you are for the rapid, maybe you're a newbie, you just want to earn gradually while you're also learning on the go, MYFOREXFUNDS has got all types of traders covered. So make use of the timestamp in the description box and enjoy all offers that they've got to offer. So here on the accelerated, they've got their rules right here. So they have 5% for the conventional and 10% emphatic overall drawdown. All right, and they have 1 to 100 leverage, which most proprietary firms won't give you on this type of model. Now scaling at every 20%. All right, that's 20%. Your account will scale by 2 times or 1.5%. They are more in depth on this one, which I'm going to be talking about in no time. So you have access to $2 million cap. All right, so you can scale up to $2 million cap. On this one, there's no cryptos or no shares that are allowed. So you're only allowed to trade forex, CFDs, and metals like gold, silver, palladium, anything. You're allowed to trade all of those on here, and forex pairs. All right, so weekly payout. So you can get payout weekly, or maybe whenever you make you impress them by making 10%, then they're going to pay you out. All right, fast. So let me show you the conventional and their prices. So here are their prices. So for $2,000, you get to pay like $9. For $5,000, you get to pay $245. For $10,000, you get to pay $495. For $20,000, you get to pay $970, and for $50,000, you get to pay $2,450. So let me make focus on this $50,000, because this is where most big and full-time traders will really want to focus on. So I actually feel that they should have the $100,000. All right. Yeah, the money might be a lot, but they should consider having one of $100,000, because these times most people are comfortable. Like me, I'm more comfortable trading $100,000 than trading $50,000 account. All right. So on this conventional, you get to pay $2,450, which is almost 50% of what you're allowed to give, what they give you as a drawdown. So on this $50,000 account, here's the target and what you're allowed to lose. You can make any amount of money. Any amount of money that you make, you get paid 50 50% profit split. So they take 50%. If you make 10% on top of this, your 50,000, which is 5,000, they take 50%, which is $2,500. Then you get 50% on all of them. The same thing applies to them. All right. So the daily starting drawdown, there is no daily starting drawdown, but overall drawdown is 5% on conventional. So you are not allowed to lose 5,000 on this your account. If you lose 5,000 on this account, you've lost the whole of the account. All right. Whereas on the emphatic, just notice on the emphatic, the things change. All right. You're allowed overall drawdown is 10%. So if you want to have more drawdown, so you have to put in more money, and you will already notice that the prices will change. For the emphatic, you get to pay $4,900 US, and all that one, the prices will double. All right. So these are what we have. So I would like to stick with conventional one. Yeah, conventional one, because it just makes sense, because it's, and the target is, what they put this target here is, this 10% target is whenever you make 10%, you are allowed to scale to move to the next stage, to the next milestone. That is, if you make 10%, your 50,000 will be double times 2, 100K, and like that until you get to 2 million cap. All right. So it's really making a lot of sense right there. So let me take you to the in-depth, their in-depth rule. So rule number 1, they require you to take things slow and steady. All right. Then number 2, the bonus disbursement, of course, which you already know, is 50% profit splits. Now the trader of the day, they have other 1, 2, 3 rules that you also have here. Trader of the day or trader of the week will pick the most profitable or most consistent trader of the day or week and allow him or her to request and payout. This method gives an incentive for traders to be profitable and get paid right away. If you impress us, we will get you paid fast. That is the incentive you get paid. All right. That is, if you are the best trader on this model for the week, then you get paid fast all of the day. All right. So a trader may request a payout when his or her account reaches 5% for conventional account, 10% for emphatic account. We understand that some traders who want to withdraw right away, and these options give traders the flexibility to do just that. So my advice is, if you are on this model, do not take things slow, do not take things fast. Be very slow with it, because you want to grow long term. All right. Maybe you want to grow up to the 2 million AUM cap. All right, but everyone is different. You may approach things separately. If you want to make sure you make withdrawal every time, you can go on with that. But my advice is just make sure you take things slow. So don't be in a hurry to get paid every time, every week. Yeah. All right. So the last one, a trader may request a payout on a weekly basis. Now this makes sense. So if you make, let's say, like 5% in a week, you can actually ask them to pay you out, and the processing takes 1 to 3 business days upon your request of payout. So you can be paid in crypto, in bank transfer, or in PayPal. Yeah, and so many other things that they also listed right here. So now here are their scale up programs. So the conventional model, if you make 10% on top of your 5,000, you get 100K the next month. On your phase 2, you get 150, you get 150, then you get 300,000, you get 450. That is, they apparently make it 2 times. The next one is going to be like the scale up right here is like 2 times or 1.5 times. So the first one you get 2 times, and the next one you get 1.5. All right. So I believe that makes sense. So here's it on your screen. So you can just pause it and watch that carefully in order not to make this video unnecessarily long. So here are the drawdown, which you already know. If you're on the conventional, you must not have 5% overall drawdown. They don't have daily drawdown, 5% overall drawdown. Or if you're on the emphatic, you must have 10% overall drawdown. On your emphatic, you must make 20% for you to get to the next phase, while on the conventional, you need to make 10% for you to get to the next stage. I believe this one makes a lot of sense, and all the instruments to trade, I already made mention of that. The expert advisors are allowed, but however, you must give them the source code of that expert advisor before using it first, which makes a lot of sense. Then you are not liable for any losses. So any loss you make on this account, they are liable to them. So you are not liable because you already paid 2,450, which is half of what you're allowed to risk already. So this makes sense why they get 50-50 profit splits. All right. So that's that on this one. Here on the next phase, on the evaluation, this is just the normal and regular model which every other proprietary firms have, like Funny Talent, FTMO, Trader Central Fund, and every other ones. They have the same model evaluation where you have phase 1, phase 2. When you pass phase 1 and pass phase 2, and you get funded account. So I'm not going to really take much time here because we have talked a lot more about this one, and this is what most people are already focusing on. All right. So this one was not really it was not really a hectic thing for me to wrap my head around. All right. So that's why I've said I'm not going to be taking much time here. Here they have the 6 points to remember as always. This is 5% daily drawdown, which you already have, which you reset within 24 hours, and they use server time 00 server time. This resets 12 a.m. every morning to reset this whole thing. All right, so 12% overall drawdown. This is one of the companies, this is one of the industries leading 12% overall drawdown. Wow. And they have 8% profit target on phase 1, whereas on phase 2 they have 5% profit target. All right, the minimum trading days is 10 minimum trading days. All right, and no trading restrictions. Of course, every other company, they don't have trading restrictions. So here are the prices you need to get on either of the prices that you want. For 10,000 you pay $84, which is refundable on top of your first profit split. For $20,000 you pay $139. For 50,000 you pay $299. For 100,000 you pay $499, and for 200,000 you pay $979. Trust me, this is one of the cheapest so far compared to FTMO and other proprietary firms so far. All right, so what you need to do on this one, the target is on the phase 1 you have to make 8%, and phase 2 you have to make 5%. Then the minimum trading days is always 10 on any of this one. So you have 30 calendar days to pass on the phase 1 and 60 calendar days to pass on the phase 2. But however, if you're able to pass on your first 10 trading days, you'll be able to scale to the next one without having to wait for those long period. All right, then the daily starting balance, you must not lose 5% in a day and 12% overall. That's what this one simply means. And the overall drawdown, which is 12%, yeah, then the available leverage is 1 to 100 in all of the accounts. All right, the refundable fees, all these fees are refundable only when you pass on top of your first profit split. But if you don't get to pass, the money is gone. Whether on the phase 1 or on the phase 2, the money is gone. And however, you can also well pay a reset fee to have your account reset, which I'm going to be talking about in the next phase. The trading behavior, it's imperative that you have a trading plan, trading strategy, and everything. This is normal basic thing. They allow news trading, scaling, long-term trading, short-term trading, etc., and on all accounts. So you can keep your trades when news are about to be released, and you can also keep your trade over the next day. All right, so the instrument to trade, you can trade all instruments like forex, CFDs, including metals and every other thing. So on the profit split, your first month you get paid. That's after you must have passed your phase 1 and phase 2. Then the first month you get paid 75%. The second month, that's 75% plus your refundable fee, which you paid initially. That is, if you pay for 100k, which is 400,000, which is $499, you're going to get 75% of whatever you make in that first month plus $499. All right, and the second month you're going to be paid 80%. Then the third month and subsequently you get paid 85% on and on. All right, that's if you're able to keep the account from on that moment. All right, so they allow MetaTrader 4, they allow MetaTrader 5. I believe they should also have CTrader coming up in no time. So getting paid, if you have reached your profit split time, firstly, congratulations. Please get in touch with their email. This is their billing address. You can request your payout via bank wire, TransferWise, cryptocurrency, or PayPal. The fact that they have cryptocurrency just excites me. I don't know what about you, so let me know what you think in the comment section. Having proprietary firm have cryptocurrency in their payments and their payouts process, because most people in different world, like me in Nigeria, we don't really have access to having to send a huge amount of money from our country because of the restrictions. But Bitcoin has got us covered. So all proprietary firms should actually take note of this one. I cannot emphasize. So scaling up, scale to the moon. If you are able to, within the period of 4 months consistent trading with them, you're able to make 10% and you're positive either of these 2 months, all right, your account would be scaled up by 30%. That is, for 100k you have 130,000 in your 4th month. All right, so that's what this means. So drawdown rule, we already talked about this. So the losses, you are not liable to any losses. They take care of all those losses. That's their risk on their own part. Retake and extension. If you are positive in your account, you do not violate either the max daily drawdown or the total drawdown of 12%, and you're positive, maybe let's say $1 or any amount on top of your initial amount. Let's say on 100k you're profitable $100,001. They are going to give you a free repeat, so you don't have to pay new money. You have to take it all along. Now it is even more sweeter when you have access to the resets. Let's say you broke the max daily drawdown or the total drawdown, you can actually pay a reset fee. You can actually pay a fee, then your account will be reset as though you never had the account traded at all. That's what the reset fee means. So what we have to do, for 100k you pay for 449.10, all right, instead of 499. So they basically the initial which is 499 minus 20%. That's what they just did. So just give you a few discount on this one. Then the refund, you only get refund when you pass your challenge on top of your first profit split. But if you don't get to that stage, the money is gone. That is your own part of the risk that you are taking. Now let's head straight to the next one. On this third part is where we have the rapid. The rapid is what was actually really mind-blowing because it is different from every other fund. No other company right now offer the same model. So it was really confusing and it wasn't so clear in that previous website. Right now I've wrapped my head around it, so I'm going to be breaking down to you. So the rapid has to do with, it's a simulated account from on the onset, so they don't really get money from here. So they pay you 12% on top of any profit you make at the end of the month. All right, this money is what they call talent fund, or maybe for talent hunt. So they only pay you this money as a remuneration just to encourage you while they are looking for the best traders among people in this league. All right, so you also have the option of making, if you are able to make up to some certain percentage, they put that 3.5% of whatever profit you make on your account. They're going to take 3.5% of that account and put that on a separate account until you get to 10% of whatsoever you sign up for. Let's say, for example, you sign up for a $100,000 account. So whenever you make 3.5%, so they're going to take out that money, the profit, they're going to use to fund an account. That's the same way funding talent does that. So let me head straight to the deep rules, then you get to read it right there. So I won't get this whole thing mixed up too as well. So on this rapid, as they always do, they have 6 things to remember. This is 5% daily drawdown, 12% overall drawdown. Then you have to be consistent. You have consistent account and non-consistent account. That's also confusing too. I'm also going to be breaking it down in no time. They have 3 days in a week rule. That is, you must place trade at least 3 days in a rule, in 3 days straight in a week. It could be anytime. It could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or it could be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Anyone, just anyhow. Then there are no restrictions. Payout increases. So let's head straight to the amount which you get to pay for you to get any of the account. So for the $100,000 you pay $9. For the $20,000 you pay $199. For the $50K you pay $399. For the $100K you pay $749. So these fees are a lot cheaper because the profit split is basically very small. These are for newbies, of course. So let's head straight to the detailed rules. Here on the screen you can see that the rapid rules are a whole lot of them. There are a whole lot, and that's because it's kind of complex. But let me just break it down real quick. Trade with pleasure, we already know that. Okay, rule number 2, trading frequency and consistency. Here's where you have to really pay attention. All right, so you just want to focus on this chart, or maybe you head straight to their website for you to study this particular background so you can understand the consistency enabled account and the non-consistency enabled account. But I want you to focus on non-consistency enabled account. So the basic thing that I see right here is, for the non-consistency enabled account, you only get to make withdrawal once in a month. For the one that has to do with consistency, you get to make, once you make 5%, you get to make withdrawal anytime, maybe bi-weekly. All right, so trading behavior, this one you can use robot. On here you can use robot. Account types, I did their housekeeping. Here is where you have to focus on 2 ways on earning. Please focus on here on this one. What this rule 5 simply means is there are 2 ways to earn. You could either stick to 12% bi-weekly payout on any profit split that you make with them, and you could decide to go with their funded earnings. That is, they're going to set out an account, separate an account for you. So for any profit you make on your account, up onto 3.5% of your account, they are going to take out the money. That same money, they are going to match out whatever you make on a simulated account. They're going to fund the account from their own personal pocket, a separate account where you can trade maybe later on after 3 months of your consistent trading on this account. So this account, you can only get access to them in 3 months time, and only when you make up to, when you're able to fund it with 10% of your initial balance that you are trading with them. All right, I believe that makes sense. Let's say, for example, you took up the account of $10,000. Yeah, so on the $10,000 you are trading, they are going to be giving you 350 upon when you get to 3.5%, which is 350. All right, so this account will only be available to you if you're able to make 10%, which is up to $1,000 on this your account. That's going to be their own personal fund, which you are going to be keeping out. So if you can make up to 10%, which is $1,000 on this account, which you are going to be funding in 3 months time, you can show consistency. This account is going to be given to you, and you are going to be discussing profit splits in my next one. So now here is going to be profit sharing. You're going to, on a funded account, you will receive 50% of the profit you make in the first month. This goes up to the second month. You're going to be receiving 65% during your second month and 80% during the third month and onwards. So that's on the profit split. This is, they have the consistency account and the non-consistency account. So for the consistency account, you really have to show consistency, which the rules they stated up there, which I asked you to really take your time and watch. I'll refer to their website to check that out. All right, so on the consistency account, you get paid bi-weekly. Yeah, so whenever, let's say for example on the 100K account, you are able to make $5,000, okay, which is 5%. You are going to be paid 12% of $5,000, which is $600. So on the next week, on the next 2 weeks, by week, you know, we have 2 weeks in a month. Yeah, basic. So if you are able to make $5,000 again on top of that, you're going to be paid 12% of the whole money again. You know, you were paid 12% on 5,000 initially. Now if you are able to make 5,000, they're going to add it together and pay you 12% of the total money, which is $10,000. All right, whereas when you are on the not consistency account, they only pay you once in a month. So if you make 5% or you make 10%, they only get to pay you that out once in a month. So you see the difference right there. So trust me, being on the consistency account is a lot more difficult because they monitor your consistency. You cannot just make a lot of money and you not start placing 0.01, which is what most people do on the funded stage. All right, so that's what they just used to separate that. So it's a lot more catchy. The profit split is a lot more catchy on the consistency one. So the risk and account management, so all of them. All right, risk and account management. So you can just pause this video and read all of these rules. And apart from that, that's just the confusing thing as regarding this model. So I pretty much love the rapid reset rules. So if you want, maybe you validated your account, maybe the 5% daily drawdown or the 12% overall drawdown, you can actually reset your account as though you never even traded in your account at all. So reset fee is a lot more cheaper right here. So this is the actual amount you need to get a 10K, but this is how the reset fee right here. This is below once. All right, so refund of your registration fee, 100% refund of account registration. We will refund your registration fee of the account that you got to live account with. So if you're able to get to that first 3 months, you're able to trade it consistently and you get a live account with that, your initial profit, that the initial refund fee that you pay to them will be refunded to you. So for example, if you get to live account phase on your 10K, you'll be refunded with $75 registration fee. All right, so that makes a lot of sense in the end. Now here's my opinion about my forex fund. I love the fact that they're just everywhere, just all over us, all types of trader, whether you're a scalper, you're a swing trader, you're a day trader, position trader, any type of trader that you are, they've covered you. And any need that you have as a trader, they actually have it, like by giving you weekly payouts, bi-weekly payout, monthly payout, any one of them that you just have. And they also have a long-term plan with traders. So any plan of them, anyone you just want to select, they have us all covered. So I like that fact, and the fact that their prices are a lot more cheaper. They're really trying there to outperform or be very, very competitive with every other proprietary firm. But here's my reservation with them. So since they are still pretty new, when I mean pretty new, they are not as old as FTMO, BlueFX, 5%ers, the top step FX, and a lot of other ones that have really been around. I want us to really wait for profit splits, more profit split for most other people, which I believe that's what you are really waiting for. So I'm also in that, I'm in the process. So I'm going to be talking about my profit splits in no time. That's when I get my profit splits. But apart from that, they are really very promising. I've watched the interview with the CEO, and the guy is really a very great person, and the team, they really work well and they're really very responsive. But the part I really have problem is whenever you make payment with cryptocurrency, the delay you have to get, it's not as automatic with other proprietary firms, the competitive one, the ones that are trying to like gain competition with. It's not as fast as that. FTMO, I believe you purchasing an account, you can even get it in less than 24 hours. Yeah, they are really that fast right now. So I believe they should up their game in that aspect, and also they should try as much as possible to make their rules a lot more understandable, most especially the rapid one. They should just make it more understandable and not have a lot of bogus options. It's just like Android phones and iPhones. So they're just trying to be the Android, having a lot of options to traders and all of that, which is really fine to access to. I know most people would actually prefer this one because they have a lot of options. It's very flexible. You can do everything, other things. So for me, what's my advice to you? Should you go ahead and get a MYFOREXFUND account? Yes, go ahead, because I already got mine. I already have mine 100K account, which by the time I got that, they never had the option of 200K. If they had the option of 200K, I probably would have gone ahead and get the 200K, because of course they have high profit margin right there. So it's really, you know, a very good innovation that they're having. So you can go ahead, use the link in the description box and sign up with them if you want. All right, so on to the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, turn on post notification. Trust me, this is one of the hardest video for me to make so far, because wrapping my head around the rules. This video took me a very long hour to make, and you can also know from the time of this video, it is really long. This is one of my longest videos that I've ever made, apart from live sessions. All right, so make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on post notification if you do enjoy this video, and let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm really exhausted. Put your